Uh, 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 The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States FBI. This is not a test. There have been reports of rioting all over the United States due to the effects of Friday the 13th. This is not a test. All residents in the United States are advised to remain in your home until further notice. If you hear someone knocking on your door, do not answer it. This civil emergency message will not be lifted until the United States is confirmed safe by the FBI. Do not participate in rioting, or you will be arrested and you will be sent to court. If you are outside at the moment, go into your home right now. The President will speak on all channels shortly. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing situation. Uh, uh, uh. 911 telephone outage emergency. The following message is transmitted at the request of the 911 Community Services Centers. This is not a test. The 911 Community Service Center is having problems with the 911 calling. Do not call 911 unless you have an actual emergency. If you call 911 for no reason, you may be endangering someone who actually needs it. Only call 911 if you have an actual emergency. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this situation. Uh, uh, uh. Uh, 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 The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. This is not a test. The United States Geological Survey has identified suspicious activity close to the northwestern plates. An earthquake warning is in effect. An earthquake is likely within the next couple of hours. All residents on the West Coast are strongly encouraged to be prepared for a massive earthquake from the San Andreas fault line. If a tsunami is created from this massive earthquake, a tsunami warning will be issued on this same station. The number of this earthquake is not known at this time. If you are advised to stay tuned to this station for further updates on this situation. Uh, 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 Earthquake warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the United States Geological Survey. The United States Geological Survey has detected an earthquake with a 9.7 out of 10 or a 97 out of 100 massive earthquake on the Richter scale. This is an earthquake detected in a life-threatening situation. All residents receiving this broadcast are strongly encouraged to evacuate as far as you can toward the east coast of the United States. This earthquake is expected to occur in the next hour. Stay tuned for further updates on this developing situation. Eh, eh, eh. Mm, mm. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. Mm, mm. Good evening. I am addressing the nation on behalf and the realistic civilization of Friday the 13th. As you may already know, a massive earthquake has been created over the Pacific Ocean and is nearing the west coast as I speak. This is not a good situation for the west coast at this time. A tsunami is possible due to the massive earthquake that is being felt throughout the Pacific Ocean coastlines as I speak. All residents in the west coast are to stay calm and await for the massive earthquake to come to a complete conclusion. That is all I have to say at this moment. Thank you. May God bless this nation, and may God bless you. Thank you. That was a message from the President of the United States. Now back to the emergency alert system. Uh, 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 The National Weather Service has issued a tsunami watch for all of the West Coast lines until 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. At 12:47 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, major waves were located about 800 to 1,200 miles west of the West Coast lines, moving east at 700 to 800 miles per hour. These waves are extremely high and extremely fast. A tsunami watch means that conditions are favorable for the development of high waves, including tsunamis. If a tsunami warning is in effect, act quickly and evacuate inland. Stay tuned for further updates on this potentially deadly situation from the National Weather Service. Eh, eh, eh. Eh, eh, eh. The National Weather Service has issued a tsunami warning for all of the West Coast lines and all areas 300 miles from the West Coast lines. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. At 1:40 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, a 2.7-mile high tsunami was located 500 miles from all of the West Coast lines, moving east at 700 to 750 miles per hour. This is an extremely dangerous and catastrophically persevering, life-threatening situation. This tsunami will impact all of the West Coast lines and further inland in approximately 44 minutes. There is no time to evacuate. All residents in a 300-mile or less miles radius of all of the West Coast lines are strongly encouraged to head to the nearest airport right now. You are to do the following. Remain calm. Gather all loved ones, pets, and all belongings with you and leave for the nearest airport to fly away to the east coast of the United States, where all of the areas will be confirmed safe. Shelters are being set up at all states east of the Mississippi River. If you do not head to the nearest airport, you will face certain death. Repeat, head to the nearest airport right now, as they will fly you all and all of your family to the East Coast. Uh, uh, uh. Mm, mm. Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the United States. Mm, mm. Good evening. It is with a really heavy heart to say that the whole states of California, Oregon, Washington, Idaho, parts of Nevada, parts of Arizona, and parts of Wyoming, along with all of the west coast lines of the United States, are gone. There will only be 46 stars on our flag, but we will rebuild as one nation under God. We will miss these states that we have lost, but we must not lose hope or stop believing. May God bless you and this nation. Thank you. That was a message from the President of the United States. And now back to the emergency alert system. Uh, 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 oh. Civil emergency message. The following message is transmitted at the request of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration Center. This is not a test. NASA has been dealing with suspicious activity at the asteroid, comet, and meteorite belt. Although not immediately likely, an asteroid, comet, or meteorite may be ejected from the belt in the next few days. All residents in the United States are advised to remain alert for this situation. Remain calm. There is a really low chance that an asteroid, comet, or meteorite will strike the United States or anywhere in this planet Earth. However, you are strongly advised to stay alert for this developing situation. The President will be speaking on all stations shortly. Also, the 911 community service centers are still experiencing problems with the 911. Remember, do not call 911 unless you have an actual emergency. If you call 911 for no reason, you may be endangering someone who actually needs it. Stay tuned to this station for further updates on this developing situation. Uh, uh, uh. Uh, 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 oh. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. NASA has confirmed an 8.4 diameter mile wide asteroid heading for the planet Earth. All residents of planet Earth are strongly advised to seek as far of an underground shelter as you can. This asteroid will impact in approximately 1 day. Stay tuned for further updates on this life-threatening situation. Uh, uh, uh. Mm, uh, uh, uh. The following message has been transmitted at the request of the United States government. This is not a test. I repeat, this is not a test. A total of 53 asteroids have been ejected from the asteroid belt. These asteroids will strike all of Earth in an hour. Since these asteroids were discovered in such a light time, there is nothing we can do to save humanity. There is nothing we can do to stop this. When all of the asteroids impact, giant mega tsunamis will form. Earthquakes infinitely higher than 10.0 on the Richter scale will form, and the sun will be blocked for the next 15 to 20 years. All of mankind will die off from the effects of the impact. There is nowhere to hide from this event. There is nowhere to run, evacuate, or escape from this catastrophic event. There is nothing that can protect you. There is nothing to be comfortable about. There is no reason to stay calm. Go into panic mode. There is no reason to be happy or quiet. Scream and yell as loud as you can. All residents of planet Earth, gather your family and friends and pray to the Lord and brace for the end. We will all see each other in heaven, a few minutes after all of the asteroids impact the Earth. This is Tom, signing off from the emergency alert system. All radios and transmitters will cease their transmitting.